Okay, here's my Strikeforce Nashville predictions. Takes place this Saturday on CBS. Obviously, takes place in Nashville, Tennessee. Overall, I think it's going to be a great card. 3 title fights, and we get to see Mayhem Miller. I'll discuss it on my review of Strikeforce. What I think this is going to happen, how this is going to somewhat hurt Strikeforce in the future. But I'll discuss that on my review. Let's get to the predictions, I guess. First, sorry this video is out so late. I wanted to get it out Tuesday, but my camera broke Monday night, and yeah, just shit. So, went and got a new one, and here we go. So, first prediction I have, is Jason Mayhem Miller versus Tim Stout. I think Mayhem Miller's overall a better grappler, better striker, just overall a better fighter. I think he's going to dominate this fight. I'm going to give it to, well, obviously I'm giving it to Mayhem Miller. First round submission, because he might finish this on the feet, but I just think a majority of Stout's losses have been by submission, and that is Mayhem Miller's bread and butter. So I'm going to go Mayhem Miller, first round submission, rear naked choke. Next one, the first of 3 title fights, Shinya Aoki versus Gilbert Melendez. A lot of people are picking Melendez in this fight, and hey, all for it. But I truly hope they're not underestimating Aoki's jiu-jitsu. It is top class. It is world class. It is the best of the best. Besides, I'd have to go probably BJ and then Aoki, probably jiu-jitsu wise. I might put Aoki number 1, but if he submits Gilbert Melendez, number 1. He is a one-dimensional fighter, Aoki is. But that one-dimension jiu-jitsu, he's great at it. He's awesome at it. And if it does get to the ground, it's over. I truly think that. Even though Gilbert Melendez does have some great ground and pound, he's a great wrestler. He hasn't fought a jiu-jitsu guy like Shinya Aoki. This guy is, like I said, world class. If he gets a hold of your arm, he is going to put it on there. He does not care if he breaks it. That was obvious in, I think, was it his last fight he broke the guy's arm? But anyways, I think it was one of his last 3 fights. He broke the dude's arm. So I mean, if he gets a hold of you, it could be over. I think if it does hit the ground and Aoki is on the bottom or on the top, it is over, and I do give it to Aoki. If Melendez keeps it standing, then that should be his game plan. Keep it standing against Aoki. That's one of his major weaknesses. Aoki's is his stand-up game. I don't think he improved it enough training for this fight. I don't think I don't know. I've never seen training videos on Aoki, but I don't think he probably improved it enough. Like I said, a lot of people pick up Melendez just because he's a better overall fighter, but I think eventually it is going to hit the ground. I'm going to give it to Shinya Aoki, 3rd round submission. I want to pick my boy Melendez, but Aoki's just, I think his jiu-jitsu is just too much. So, yep, Shinya Aoki, 3rd round submission over Gilbert Melendez. Next one, the second of the 3 title fights, Gegard Mousasi versus King Mo. This one, a lot of people are just like, this. You know, it is a huge jump for King Mo to face Mike Whitehead, and then boom, Gegard Mousasi. So that's a huge jump, yes. But don't underestimate King Mo. I think this will be a true test for Mousasi. This will be a first fight that he's going to face a dominant wrestler like King Mo. He does have power in both hands. I think King Mo does have a chance to knock out Mousasi. But I want to pick King Mo because so many people are underestimating him, and I think he's training hard. I've seen some videos on him. He wants to beat up Mousasi, but Gegard Mousasi is like a mini Fedor. You know, he's not too mini, but I mean, he's a smaller Fedor. He goes into the cage or the ring and just looks like, you know, he's out for like a Sunday walk, and then 2 minutes into the fight, it's over, and one guy's holding his arm because it's broken, and Mousasi's sitting there with his hand raised. Just so, I mean, that's just how he is, and I love that about that guy. He's so Fedor-esque. So I'm gonna, wrestling, I have to give it to King Mo, obviously. Everything else, I gotta give it to Gegard Mousasi. So I'm gonna go with Mousasi, 2nd round TKO. I think he will get the TKO. I don't think he'll knock out King Mo, but I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna catch King Mo. I think he's gonna punch him, keep punching him, and then ref's gonna stop it. It could be one of them. You know, King Mo's gonna get up and be like, you know, why'd you stop it? So it could be one of those kind of stoppages. So we'll see. But I am gonna pick Mousasi. I think he is gonna finish this with his hands. I don't see him finishing with the sub. So, yep. So Gegard Mousasi, second round TKO over King Mo. Now to the final bout, the third of the title bouts. Jake Shields versus Dan Henderson. When I first heard this, I was like, finally, you know, this will be a fight. Jake Shields it is his last fight. Jake Shields could be in the UFC anytime now. I think that is like 80% happening. We will see Jake Shields in the UFC after this fight because 1, I see Dan Henderson winning, and 2, I don't think Jake Shields likes Strikeforce, and 3, Dana White really wants him. So I think Dan Henderson, even though you definitely have to give the jiu-jitsu part to Jake Shields, I think the stand-up wise, his wrestling, the cardio, all goes to Dan Henderson. If this does go to the ground, I don't see immediate submission like I do with the Aoki Melendez fight. I do see Henderson doing well on if it does go to the ground. I think Dan Henderson's going to want to keep it standing because if anything's a gaping weakness in Jake Shields' fighting, it is his stand-up. He has improved it, but it's still not there. Dan Henderson has involved his stand-up. The knockout of Michael Bisping at UFC 100 was classic. It's always going to be a classic one. I don't think Jake Shields is going to make the same mistake as Bisping did, but I do see Dan Henderson catching Shields. I don't see a clear-cut, cold knockout, but I do see him catching him on the feet. I'm going to go the third round and then finishing it, pounding him in the face for a stoppage. Shields winning, I can see Shields winning a late submission, like maybe the fourth, late third, early fourth round, maybe catching Henderson. I don't think I can see him winning a decision, mostly because if that happens, most of the time when you see a decision victory, it's like someone winning on the feet or someone, you know, taking someone down and continuously punching them. And I don't see Shields taking Henderson down and punching him in the face for 5 rounds. And I definitely don't see Shields winning the stand-up war. So if it does go to a decision, definitely have to give it to Henderson. So overall, I think Henderson's going to win this. So I'm going to go Dan Henderson, third round TKO over Jake Shields. So there it is. There's my Strikeforce Nashville predictions. I think it's going to be a great card. Can't wait. Happy. Sorry once again. Sorry about this video being out so late, but what are you going to do? So there it is. Adios. I'm out of here.